how have the last few days been for you?
Hopefully I don't sound too bad, but yeah, it's been a long couple of days. It's been an amazing couple of days. It's been a lot of fun, and it's still trying to soak it in.
Max, why do you guys give Kike the microphone every time? Do you just want to see what craziness he can spew out of his mouth? Because some of the things he said are awesome, I'm not going to lie. But are you guys like, okay, we need something funny or we need something outrageous? Oh, Kike, here, it's your turn to talk, right? You got Freddie on one side that's all, oh, hey, I'm just happy because I beat Canadian team and I was from Canada and I'm just so proud and humble. And then you give the mic to Kike and he's like, F everybody, I don't care. I got 3 rings and it's the best. Like, just from now on, skip everyone else and just start with Kike.
Everybody's been asking questions about a dynasty. How about 3 and 6 years? How about a back-to-back? Yes, we're a mother effing dynasty, baby! And I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. The triple champ does what the fuck he wants. October out. Deuces.
No, you know what's funny is if you look at the reactions of like the guys that run the team, not necessarily the front office because they know what's going to happen, but the people running the show, when he gets the microphone, they all kind of just start shaking their head because they know what's about to happen. And honestly, it's what makes him though. We weren't shocked at all by anything that he said, but we also had no idea what was going to come out of his mouth, and that's part of the beauty of Kike is he's going to say what comes to his mind, and he's not going to let anything hold him back. And it certainly creates some truly enjoyable moments, and it's just part of the reason why we all love him is he's going to speak his mind, and it's like that all year long, and it's beautiful in my opinion.
Are you mad that you guys weren't the best team and that the best team didn't win the World Series? Like, how much does that hurt you that you guys weren't the best team?
And it's disheartening to see that the better team did not win. And that's not to take anything away from the Dodgers, but the Blue Jays, they did so many things correct. They did so many things right. And Lady Luck just did not fall on their watch. And this is a crushing loss.
And you didn't play the best. But somehow you guys still won. Like, I don't understand how you guys weren't the best team, but you still won.
Yeah, it's funny. It's back-to-back years that the best team didn't win, or that's what people say. So, like Kike said, I'm really happy the best team didn't win.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. We had Jason Stark on yesterday, and I was like, listen, the best team won. They won 4 games before the other team won. So guess what? They're the best team. The fans can cry and whine and say whatever they want. But I think it was more because you guys were expected to win, and the Blue Jays were like this little story, even though they won the most games in the American League. So I'm happy that y'all won because I picked you guys from the get-go to win. So thank you for winning.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I think you agree with me on this. A 7-game series, that's enough games for teams to kind of separate themselves a little bit. A 3-game series, a team can get on a heater. Even a 5-game series, a team can get on a heater. But a 7-game series throughout the course of 7 games, I always felt like the team that's going to win is going to separate themselves a little bit. Now, granted, during the season, you can go on 2-week slumps, but I think 7 games is enough to determine that.
I agree. That's why you guys were the best team, because you won. And you had the trophy, you had the parade, you had all that stuff. You guys lose the first game big, right? Everyone's like, oh, here's Toronto. Then Yamamoto pitches. Like, thank God for Yamamoto and that contract that everyone said, oh, he's not worth it. Well, he's been worth it for 2 years in a row, okay? But then we get to the 18-inning game, okay? And I'm going to bring up a bad memory here for you. You didn't get any hits in that game. There's always one guy that doesn't get any hits in that game. I've been there. You've been there. But at the end of the day, did you care? Because Freddie Freeman hit the walk-off homer and you guys won, and you didn't even know if you got a hit or not.
I know I've at least said it to you guys a couple of times. As long as we get the win, I don't care if I have 10 hits or 0 hits. It really doesn't matter to me. All that matters at this time of year is winning. I know there's a lot of people that don't think that way, but As long as we're getting the trophy in the ring at the end of the day, I don't care what my stat line is, as long as I'm contributing to that team. And I feel like I did a lot of things to contribute, even though I didn't have any hits in that game.
How far did you hit that ball against Trey Savage? And it seems like it's like an afterthought. Like it was like, did Max get a hit in that game? You hit one almost to the fifth deck, which, like, the fact that nobody was hitting Trey Savage, the fact that you hit that to pull the team within one, that's when I said Dodgers are going to win this game. You don't hit that, I don't think you guys have a shot, because 2 runs is so much harder to produce that late in the game.
Yeah, for me, I was obviously extremely excited about the home run, but I also wasn't sure how much emotion I should be showing. You don't want to be that guy that's, tossing the bat 100 feet in the air, trying to pump your team up, and then you still end up losing. And then it's like, oh, look at this clown. But, the biggest thing in the back of my head when I did that, besides getting us 1 run closer, was it guaranteed Shohei at least another at bat. And I was like, okay, we definitely have a chance to win this. We got Shohei coming up at least one more time. And that's obviously, you're going to feel the best about that, knowing Shohei's getting one more bat. So for me, in the back of my head, I was like, okay, at least guarantees our guy one more bat, and that's going to give us the best chance.
Were you talking about like when Andres Gimenez tried to stick his hand in front of the ball, that one at bat, and then he gets hit? And then, no, the best part was you guys clear the benches. You were the only guy that thought, like, man, we need Robleski in this game. So you just grabbed Robleski and we're like, no, you were like the bouncer, right? In that you're like, no, sir, you're not admitted to this club. You have to go over here.
Well, it's funny. The next day on the plane, I actually talked to him about it. And my first reaction was like, hell yeah, don't back down to this guy. Go get him. And then immediately I was like, oh, crap, we need him to stay in this game. He's got to throw some more batters. So I was like, I got to get him out of there. My initial reaction was, yeah, go get him. Go get him. But then I was like, oh, man, we got to make sure he stays in this game. And, thankfully, the umpires all came up to me and they're like, if you didn't get him out of there, we were probably going to have to toss him. Because how that goes with the instigation rules. If you're the guy that instigates it, then you're usually the one that gets tossed, even though it's not your fault. And so, I knew we needed him for at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 more batters, just based on that part of the lineup. And I was, so I was like, I got to get him out of there and make sure he stays in this game. And I talked to him the next day, and he was like, yeah, I appreciate it. At first I think he was a little taken aback that I was not letting him get in the fight, but it's he had that mentality the whole postseason. Every time he pitched, he was coming after you. He didn't care who you were, and that's part of the things that I love about our pitchers is they start getting that attitude that they're going to attack you and they don't care. And it's the right attitude to have, but sometimes you have to have someone pull you out of there.
So I need your favorite moment. I need your favorite moment from all. We could do just Game 7. We could do the whole series, but the entire series, your favorite moment of the entire run for you guys.
Man, it's hard to pick one moment. Off the top of my head, I got to throw Yoshi in there for deciding to throw 100 pitches and then come back the next day and still throw 40 pitches. And I mean, that to me was just absolutely insane. And what's funny was the night before he said he had 40, 50 more pitches, but he didn't think he'd be able to go the next day. But we still took him out anyways. And then he was able to go the next day. And I don't know if he was able to go, but he willed his body to be able to get out there and go. And so, like I said, it's too hard to pick one moment, but to me, Yoshi putting his body on the line like that to get us a win, it's hard to describe that in words.
How good were your starters, not only starting, but out of the pen? These guys were unbelievable.
Yeah, I said it before the postseason even started. I said our starting pitching is going to carry us. I had no idea that meant out of the bullpen also, but, they were definitely going to carry us. And, to throw another Yoshi story in there, because I just want him to be able to soak all this up and to just say how incredible he was. The 18-inning game, he told the coaching staff he's going to the pen and start getting loose. And, he's down there. The story that I had heard was he was down there kind of playing catch, and the fastball had a little hump on it, he had just thrown a complete game. And so I don't know if he really thought it was a thing that he might come in that game, but they called down and they said, hey, he's got the next inning. And Josh Bard, our bullpen coach, told them that. And we have all the stuff down there for the pitchers to see what their stuff looks like while they're warming up. And the rumor goes that when he got told he was actually coming in the game, his next pitch was 100 miles an hour in the bullpen. And it's just like, wow, this guy was going to be locked in. Most impressive thing that we've ever seen.
Shohei, what was the experience like to just watch him be a hitter and a pitcher during the postseason? Of course, I saw yesterday, he's like, three-peat? Like, yeah, I'll enjoy this for 5 minutes, but I'm going to start training tomorrow. Three-peat?
Yeah, I know in the World Series, the pitching maybe didn't go as good as he would have liked, but it was still super impressive considering he started after being on base 9 times in an 18-inning game. I mean, there's no way he had a whole lot left in his legs at that point, and yet he was still out there throwing 99, 100 miles an hour, and he was executing fairly well. He made one bad pitch to Vladdy, and he obviously got the home run on that, but it was like, for him to be able to do that is just incredible.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いします。